Good morrow, people of the internet, and welcome to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Last time, we found out Miles Edgeworth has been accused of murder, and we went in to investigate. This time, we're going into the court to try and prove him innocent. That's how we do it, because I have a feeling this is going to be a long one. December 26th, 9:44 AM, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Karma? That's right, Manfred von Karma. He's the best prosecutor there is. He hasn't lost a case in his 40-year career. He is a god of prosecution, Wright. A god! Not a single case? He'll do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. This is someone else I know, Edgeworth. I don't understand. I mean, he'll really do anything. Manfred von Karma is a man to be feared. It's quite a claim coming from someone who forges evidence. He's taught me what it really means to be a prosecutor. What? Just picture a prosecutor as vicious as me, multiplied by a factor of 10. So is he your teacher then, Mr. Edgeworth? Something like that. And now he's trying to get you found guilty? What a creep! Oh wait, maybe he's planning on losing on purpose to help you out. Not a chance. He hasn't lost once in 40 years. 40 years! He's as ruthless as me, times 20! That's pretty ruthless. Like I said, he's a god among prosecutors. I guess that's something like Mia was to me. Speaking of Mia... Maya? Uh-huh. We could really be using Mia's help right now, don't you think? Oh, I can't. Sorry, I tried. I really tried, but I couldn't reach. You couldn't reach? I think it's because I haven't been training. My powers are weak again. Oh man, what bad timing. I'm really sorry. I'll try my best. I hope so. What are you whispering about? Oh, it's nothing. Well, it's time. Let's head in. December 26th, 10 AM, District Court, Courtroom number 3. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. von Karma, is the prosecution ready? You seriously think that I would stand here while I'm not completely prepared? Right, my apologies. He's even got the judge scared. Very well, your opening statement, please. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else can possibly be required? Nothing, of course. That should be fine. The prosecution may call its first witness. What's with this guy? Is he royalty or something? How am I supposed to fight against this? I call the detective in charge of this case, Detective Dick Gumshoe. Okay, Gumshoe's first. Let's see how this goes. Describe the incident, now. Yes, sir. Detective Gumshoe looks nervous. Please take a look at the map. The murder happened late Christmas Eve, around midnight. There was one boat in the very middle of the lake. There were 2 men on that boat. Now, there happened to be a woman camping here on the edge of the lake. At 12:10, she heard 2 pistol shots. Then, the boat started to move. It went towards the boat rental shop. 2 pistol shots? Alright. Testify to the court about your arrest, now. Wait, Mr. von Karma, yes? Actually, I'm the one supposed to be handling the proceeding. Wrong. There's only one thing you need to do here. You will slam down your gavel and say the word guilty. That is your role. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're of course. Yes, you're right. No, he's not! Witness testimony. The arrest of Edgeworth. Man called into the state. A man called... Voice. A man called... Fuck, it was his voice. Hey, buddy. A man called into the station around 30 minutes after midnight. We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all, but the next morning, a body was found in the lake. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. I see. Very well. Begin your cross-examination, attorney, now. Cross-examination, the arrest of Edgeworth. Alright. What man? You received a call from a man? Yep. But you said there was a woman camping there. She was the one who had 2 gunshots, right? Objection! Sorry, I dropped that. That woman and the man who called the report are 2 different people, obviously. Different people? There are 2 witnesses. The testimonies are quite similar, however. Today I summoned the woman who was camping. The woman who was camping? What a heart. What happened next, detective? We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. How long was it in between receiving the report and your arrival at the lake? Well, I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto of the month is get there quick. Objection! Detective, you will refrain from casually revealing department secrets. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Do that and you'll be able to look forward to your next salary review. So much to look forward to these days. This is no time for daydreaming. Continue. Yes, sir. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. Found? What was Mr. Edgeworth like when you saw him then? Well, from what I saw, he looked pretty relaxed. Not like a murderer at all, really. Objection! Detective, the court requires the facts, not your opinion. How many years have you been on this force? Facts only, detective. Hard, cold, objective facts. Yes, sir. And he's got his share of objections. Okay. Didn't suspect anything at all. Why didn't you think he was suspicious? You should know. We have a deep, trusting relationship with the prosecutors. Objection! Detective, this court isn't interested in your musings. Deep, trusting, poppycock. I've never heard so many flippant comments from an active detective on the force. Detective Gumshoe doesn't look so good. Continue, now. The next morning, a body was found in the lake. Do you find any clues on the body? A single bullet was recovered from the body. He was shot through the heart, fatally. Judge, here's the bullet. It didn't strike bone, so its shape is well preserved. Very well, the court accepts this bullet into evidence. Is the bullet added to the court record? So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. Why is that? Well, we found the murder weapon in the boat. The murder weapon? A pistol. Detective Gumshoe, that is a vital piece of information. Please revise your testimony. Right, sorry, Your Honor. The murder weapon we found in the boat was decisive evidence. Did it have fingerprints? What about the pistol made it decisive evidence? It's the same evil laugh as Edgeworth. There were fingerprints on the pistol found in the boat. A clear prints from Mr. Edgeworth's right hand. What? Order! Order! So, Mr. Edgeworth's fingerprints were found on the murder weapon. Yes, Your Honor. Judge, this is the weapon in question. Accepted into evidence. Pistol added to the court record. Members of the court, we now have the pistol used in the murder and the bullet found in the body. Detective! Yes, sir. Was the bullet found in the body fired from this pistol? Yes, the ballistic markings on the bullet match the pistol. Hey, Nick. What does he mean, ballistic markings? Shocking. To imagine someone here doesn't not know something as basic as ballistic markings. Nick, He's glaring at me. Very well, I'll explain. Actually, Judge, you do it. Me? Ballistic markings are like the fingerprints of a gun. The barrel leaves distinct marks on each bullet it fires. You can examine these ballistic fingerprints to see which gun fired the shot. It's quite accurate. Indeed. This leads to one inevitable conclusion. The bullet found in the victim's heart was without a doubt fired from this pistol. This pistol, in which you may recall, was covered with the defendant's own fingerprints. Order! Order! This is bad. This makes it look like Edgeworth did it. Well, Judge, I'd say it's almost decisive, yes. Honestly, I could declare a verdict at this point, however. You wish to hear the witness speak, no doubt. Very well. I'm somewhat fatigued, and so I will take a brief break. I will call my witness after recess, which will last 10 minutes. Judge! Yes? What are you doing? A 10-minute recess, now! But wait, just bang your flimsy gavel and get on with it, man! Yes. This court will now take a 10-minute recess. Who's running this court, anyway? December 26, 11:09 AM, District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Edgeworth, what's going on here? Your fingerprints were on the murder weapon? That foggy photo makes one thing clear. The only one who could have shot that man is the person in the photo. True. Was that you in the boat? Yes, it was me. What? But you must believe me, I didn't shoot him. Then who did? I don't know. You don't know? Weren't you right there? I heard a gunshot from very close by. Then the other man fell from the boat. I can't say why, but I thought at the time that he had shot himself. You mean it was suicide? It's the only explanation I can come up with. How am I going to convince anyone of that? Say, Maya? Huh? Oh, what? Any progress with Mia? Oh, sorry. It's no good. I know. I'm no good for anything, am I, Nick? If I can't call my sister, I might as well not be here, right? Now I need you here. Yeah, you're useless. No, of course not. I need you here. I can see you're always trying to help out. Even if you don't actually help. It's the thought that counts, right? It's okay, Nick. You don't have to make me feel better. I don't know anything about trials or defense. What's more, I'm a spirit medium who can't even contact spirits. Everyone has their off days. I mean, I've just been getting lucky lately, voices. But you never know when my luck is gonna run out. Really? Whoa, right. Don't jinx this case any worse than it already is. It's bad for my heart. Oh, sorry. Oops. Court is back in session. Mr. Von Karma, call your witness. Yes. Will Miss Lotta Hart take the stand? Lotta Hart, you are a research student at the university. That I am. Good. Begin by telling us what you saw on the night of the incident. And don't add anything trivial or subjective. Understand? Y'all need to learn some manners. Understand? Yeah, I understand. Very well. Your testimony, please. Okay. It was on Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon. I was in my car. I heard this bang came up from the lake. When I looked out the window, I saw two gents in a boat. Then there was another bang. There wasn't an area on the lake but that boat. But there was two shots, but enough. Huh? Judge, she happened to take a photo of the incident. This is that photo, accepted as evidence. Oh, well, this is a surprise. It looks like the very moment of the murder. Order! I will remove you from the court if I do not have an order immediately. As the witness testified, she looked at the lake when she heard the shot. There were no other boats on that lake, so the man in the boat with the victim must have been the one who shot him. Yes, it was defendant Miles Edgeworth! Order! 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 I will have order! Well, Judge, the evidence is decisive. I have very little doubt about this case. Very well, this court finds the defendant— Objection! Wait, Your Honor. I haven't cross-examined the witness yet. Cross-examination? We have photographic proof! What question can there possibly be? This photo is worth 1,000 words, and they will read guilty. You lose. Or do you claim to have found a contradiction in her testimony? Very well. If you have to, you may cross-examine the witness. You will only flounder and ask meaningless questions. You will fail to find anything. And then, I will have you held in contempt of court. Nick, contempt? Contempt of court, you know? I guess I understand. Well, what are you going to do? Do you really think there's a contradiction with her facts and her testimony? I think there was. I think I noticed one little thing. Wow, I'm impressed, Nick. I didn't notice anything. Right, let's take him on. Yeah, I got a bad feeling about this. I understand. I'll cross-examine the witness. Very well. I pray for your sake this isn't a waste of time. Examination. Okay, just after midnight, I reckon. I was in my car at the bang car from the lake. When I looked up, I saw 2 gents on the boat, and there was another bang. I don't know, can I? Have death somehow caught one but— Objection! Oh, what? One shot, 2 gunshots. I don't think that will meet any points with the judge. Isn't there anything like but that boat? There weren't any contradictions in there. Sorry, Nick. If only my sister were here. Why is really making this hard? Okay, just me. Hold it. Okay, you just gotta keep pressing it. Just after midnight, you say. In other words, it was no longer Christmas Eve, but Christmas Day. Huh? Yeah, well, I guess. Objection! I don't know what you want to find contradictions, but really. Hope your next contradiction is a little more relevant to the trial. Witness, continue your testimony. Blech. I just ate really bad Angel Delight. Well, it was good, but, you know, too milky. That was in my car. Why? Why are you camping there? Why were you camping there, anyway? I'm a research student at my university. I was taking pictures to use in my research. Research. This all sounds suspicious. Press further. Miss Hart, could you be a little more specific about your research? Objection! What does the witness' motive in camping by the lake have to do with this case? The answer is nothing. I object to the line of questioning. Objection sustained. Wait, now, I'm the one who says that. Well, then say it already. Objection sustained. Thanks for nothing, Your Honor. This bang came up from the lake. So, you weren't looking at the lake at the time? Nope. I looked after I heard that noise. Objection! She said that already. I asked you to find contradictions. Now leisurely chat, not leisurely chat with the witness. When I looked out the window, I saw 2 gents in a boat. Could you clearly see the 2 men? Just look at the picture. Clear enough for you? No. Wait a second. I wasn't asking you about the photo. I was asking if you saw the 2 men. Yeah, well, of course. Objection! The witness has testified that she saw them. There's also a photo. You'd best look elsewhere for your precious contradictions. He jumped quick. He's hiding something. What? Well, you couldn't have seen them. Look at this photo. Objection! Fuck. But you couldn't see them. You can't. That's just a silhouette. Fuck. Wait, are there two different photos of the same thing? It's just that. Two jumps in a boat. There's another bang. Were you watching the very moment of the shot right now? Well, yeah, sure. Objection! You're asking meaningless questions. Meaningless! Contradiction, Mr. Wright, not meaningless babble. Well, Karma, I think I hate you. You tried to keep me from talking to the witness. To what end? There wasn't nary a thing on the lake but that boat. Hold it! Are you sure about that? Yeah, sure as a country gal can be. That sounds pretty sure. Keep pressing. How come you're so sure? Well, heck, I scanned the whole lake. Scanned the whole lake? It almost sounds like she was more interested in the lake than the boat. Miss Hart, you— Objection! Mr. Wright, the witness has answered the question in full. No need for further questions. Objection sustained. That's what I'm— Sustained! Yes, of course. Oh, great. Enough. I think we've heard all we need to hear, Mr. Wright. It seems you're unable to find a contradiction in the testimony worth noting. But Your Honor! Keep your quiet. You keep your promise. Mr. Wright, I'm afraid that I will have to penalize any further outbursts by holding you in contempt of court. If that happens, you'll have to leave the courtroom immediately. Understood? Nick! Thought his testimony is fishy, Nick. Real fishy. I know what you mean. But if I can't say anything, what can I do? I believe you've covered the evidence sufficiently to make a decision. Then pass your judgment. Very well. Mr. Miles Edgeworth, please take to the stand. Halt! Ooh, who said that? Who was that? Who's that? It was me. Maya. Is something wrong? Do you need to use the facilities? No, I do not. Lotta Hart, your testimony stinks. It's unclear whether you were actually looking at the lake. It's highly doubtful that you actually saw Mr. Edgeworth. Tell us the truth. This is a matter of life or death. Lotta, did you really clearly see Mr. Edgeworth that night? Did you see him fire that pistol? You will stand down. The court does not acknowledge the defense's outburst. Answer me, Lotta. What's the big idea, treating me like some kind of criminal? I saw him. I swear, I saw Edgeworth. Objection. Enough. Judge, declare the defense in contempt of court. Yes, of course. I'm sorry, but you were warned. Guard, escort Mr. Wright out of the courtroom. He's in contempt of court and he must leave. No. Wait! I was the one who made the outburst, Your Honor. Nick is innocent. Huh. What's the difference? All that remains is for the guilty verdict to be declared. Isn't that right, Mr. Phoenix Wright? You're wrong. Wrong! What? Did you hear what Miss Hart just said? She said she clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. That was not in the testimony! That changes her testimony, and I have a right to cross-examine her again! Order! 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 You're in contempt of court. It's too late for wild claims. Judge, sustain my objection! I'm sorry, Mr. Von Karma, but I cannot. What? Miss Lotta Hart has made a new testimony. The defense does have a right to cross-examine her again, but he's in contempt of court! No, I am! If you're going to arrest someone, arrest me! Very well. Mayor, Maya Fey, you will leave the courtroom immediately. Nick, I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck. Maya. I care not for this melodrama. Listen well, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate badgering of my witness. I'm running out of time. I better find a contradiction in here, or else. Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination. The last statement. I saw it clear as day. The man in the boat was Mr. Edgeworth. Objection! Got you. Got you, Miss Hart. Finally! What? You got what? Look at this photograph. The photo I took? The very same. There's something I want you to see in this photo. It's quite clearly visible. The fog, Miss Hart. So? This picture was taken with professional, high-quality film, correct? Yet, even it could not capture the faces of the men on the boat. Yet you claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth. How? What? Mr. Wright has a point. Objection. That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony. Please. Yet, now she has said it, Mr. Von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself! Miss Hart. What? Could you see the defendant that night? Could you see the defendant that night? Of course. I said I could, and I meant it. I could. And please testify as to the circumstances of your sighting. I did it. I finally found a hole in Von Karma's carefully vague testimony. How Miss Edgeworth was seen. You're right. It was a cold night, and the fog was thick as grits. So once I was finished upsetting my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard that noise out in the lake, I looked with my binoculars. See? No problem. Use binoculars. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. This one better be good. Alright. You're right. The Chris. So, how could you see Mr. Edgeworth? Now just hold your horses for a second. Y'all hasty Yankee types never found a gal where I'm from. Defense attorneys have trouble with it. That is, as is. Nobody loves me. So once I was finished setting my camera, I got back in the car. Why? Your camera? Yeah, it's got an automatic. Objection. The issues we are concerned with here is Miss Hart seeing Mr. Edgeworth. The camera has nothing to do with this at all. Objection sustained. It's not letting me answer any of my questions. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. Why? Binoculars? Yeah, binoculars. Yesterday you mentioned that you were looking for shooting stars, correct? Well, yeah. Wouldn't you need a telescope, not binoculars for that? I've got doubts about your camera too. Was that really to take pictures of meteor showers? Objection! The camera is irrelevant to this case. You can't say that for certain. Mr. Wright. Is the camera really relevant to this case? If you believe it is, you may continue with that line of questioning. But know this. If you find nothing with this, there will be consequences. Well, Mr. Wright, do you wish to press further about the camera? Press further. This is make it or break it time. The camera is of utmost importance, Your Honor. It is perhaps the key to this entire case. Therefore, I will continue my line of questioning. Wow, maybe I went a little overboard there. Very well. Miss Hart, you will testify to the court about the camera. Yeah, I hear you. The camera was set up to take pictures of meteor shower, was it? Miss Hart, what made you choose that lake to photograph meteors? You know, the fog gets thick on lakes. It's not very suited for stargazing. Yeah, well, you see, I guess I wasn't thinking too straight. Objection! Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness because of a challenged intellect. Now, wait a minute. Continue your testimony. You were saying how it was you that saw Edgeworth? Grr. No unnecessary comments, please. But I heard that noise out in the lake. I looked with my binoculars. Hold it! If there was a heavy fog, how would binoculars change that at all? What do you mean? Even binoculars can't see through fog. But you say you clearly saw him? I did, yeah. Enough. There is no room for doubt in the testimony. Sounded pretty doubtful to me, but I have to find a clear contradiction first. I don't care how many Von Karma objections I get. I'm going to find a hole in this testimony. It's the last thing I do. You're right. Okay. Camera set up. Take pictures of meteor shower. I heard that noise. But meteor showers don't make noises. Objection! You were photographing shooting stars? That's a lie! Says who? I saw the camera you set up yesterday. It was pointed directly at the lake. You have to point a camera upwards to take photos of stars, Miss Hart. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? The witness was not at the lake. To photograph shooting stars, Your Honor. Well, what exactly was the photographing? Gaudy! Your Honor, take a look at this. What was Miss Hart trying to take a photo of at the lake? Gaudy! Take that! Miss Hart, this is what you were trying to photograph. Was this a newspaper art? A newspaper art. Gaudy. Ah, the sighting at God Lake. Well, Miss Hart, I never heard of no lake monster. You got proof or something? Let's see you prove that I was down in the lake trying to photograph this Gaudy. Do I have proof? I don't think I have proof. Well, yeah, I have proof. I have proof. I have it. Proof. Intriguing. Very well, let's see it. And no joking around this time, please. Here is proof that the witness was trying to go. The camera itself. A loud noise. Take that! The proof, Miss Hart, is your own camera. Your camera was set to take photos in response to loud noises, correct? Thus this photograph here, taken when a gun fired on the lake. And here is the article about Gaudy. According to this article, Gaudy made a loud noise when it emerged. Well, you were trying to photograph Gaudy, weren't you? That's why you had set your camera to respond to loud noises. Order! Order! I see. I too thought it was a little strange. Yeah, sure. Well, Miss Hart? You were camping there to try and take a photo of Gaudy Lake, weren't you? Yeah. Not bad, are you all? Lloyd's that smart. So smart, boy. So, smart boy, I was down there trying to photograph Gaudy. You got me. So what? Huh? That don't change what I say, saw, does it? Exactly. What you just used several precious minutes of our time to prove is nothing more than that the witness is an idiot who thinks monsters exist. Hey! But as she that's a word, said, so what? It changes nothing. Not true. You were hiding the whole thing about Gaudy for some reason. I know it. What could it have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this. Miss Hart, why did you hide the fact that you were searching for Gaudy from the court? Please provide your testimony. Right, fine, I'll testify. It won't change nothing though. Something will change. It has to. And I'm going to spot it. Okay, here we go. What is new testimony? Oh, I'm a bit sick at the moment, sorry. If you can hear that. Actually, I'm not a research student at a university. I'm an investigative photographer. Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake, but that's all I was hiding. When I heard the bang, I looked right straight out that lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash near one of the men's hands, and I heard another gunshot. I was looking right at that boat the whole time. Crossed my heart and hoped to fry. Well, Mr. Wright, may I cross-examine the witness? Objection! The witness' testimony is unchanged from before. Whether she is a research student or a photographer has no bearing on this case. There is no need to waste more of our time with another pointless cross-examination. Objection! I claim the defense's right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Karma's up to something, I know it. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because... Why? Was there a contradiction? Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. You seem sure of yourself. You must have something in mind. That would be a first. Very funny. You understand that this is your last chance at a cross-examination, Mr. Wright. If there is no problem with this testimony this time, we'll let the witness leave. I will announce my verdict at the time, Mr. Wright. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. Okay. Let's look over all the evidence we have. Look over all of our evidence. Okay. Oh wow. One bullet shot. But why are they all saying there was 2 shots? DL6, Gordy, Matt. Let's check this. The woods. Where are the woods? There. Boat was probably around here. Okay. Bullet found in the victim's body, the ballistic marking smashed the murder weapon's barrel. Murder weapon, 22 caliber fired 3 times, bears prints from Edward's right hand. Right hand? Right hand! You can't really tell what hand that is, can you? But his left? I don't know. What hand is Edward? And what manner of person are you? I'm not sure how the height is Fulton enough to be called a manner of anything. An investigative photographer. What's that? An investigative photographer? Yep. You get your photo and sell it to the press. It's that kind of business. Hey, I was taking pictures at my sister's graduation last year, and guess what? What? There was a UFO just hanging in the sky. A UFO. A UFO? You know, an unidentified flying object. A UFO. That's when I had sort of a revelation. I know I should become an investigative photographer. I see. Kind of a shaky basis for a career. Imagine what a big scoop it would be if I got a picture of that monster. Is Scotty really all that newsworthy? Oh god, my computer is darkened. Oh god, 15 minutes! Ah yeah, my computer's like dying at the moment. Ah, damn. Yeah, let me just try and fix my computer for a second. And we're back. Sorry, I fixed my computer. Let me just carry on then. I think this is where I was. I closed the game by accident. I think this is where I was. Heck yeah, they even had him up on the TV. I'm not sure that appearing on the local news rumor of the month show qualifies. Last month's show was a Bigfoot sighted in Acorn Hill, I believe. Hey, they also had pictures of him in the newspaper, for real! Mr. Wright, this is one fight I do not believe you can win. Let's keep moving, shall we? Yes, Your Honor. That's why I was camping out by the lake. That's why you put the automatic sensor on your camera. Yep, borrowed it from a friend at university. It analyzes every sound it picks up, and when it gets a bang, it snaps a shot. Yep. So how many pictures has it taken so far? The only time the camera triggered was that night. Wait, what? But you had 2 shots. But you just said that you only had 1 photo. Objection! No, is that the right thing? just said. Something that I mean in front of the judge. Did you? Hold it. Was there nothing on the lake but the boat in that time? Huh? Wait, so you're thinking maybe he was shot from some other place? I don't think so, nope. That lake was smooth as glass, and nobody was on the shore, neither. I better find some sort of contradiction in his testimony. Be able to beat Von Karma with any other way. There has to be something. I know I got that. Really? Is it? I think it's time you told us why you felt you had to hide your true purpose at the lake. Heck, if word got out I was looking for, the lake be swarming with competitors. Competitors? Yeah, second-rate shutterbugs trying to steal my scoop. Ah, is that the only reason you were hiding the truth? Well, actually... Objection! Mr. Wright, I'll not have you asking questions with no relevance to this case. Whatever you say, Von Karma. I know you told her to keep quiet. And at the bang, I looked straight out the lake. Exactly what sort of sound was it? Well, I never heard one before, so I can't say for sure, but it sounded like a gunshot. It was a lot sharper a sound than I would have expected. There wasn't much else to look at, so I watched the boat the whole time. There wasn't much else to look at? Yep. I don't know. She had a bang, and she thought Gordy was out there. I kinda doubt she'd waste any time looking at a boat. What? What'd I do now? What are you giving me that look for? Definitely suspicious. Maybe it's time for some evidence. Witness, continue. Hold your hush puppies, Pops. I'm getting there. Okay, Phoenix. What do I want to give, though? Objection! Miss Hart, were you really looking at that boat? What's with you? Of course I was looking at it. It was the only thing out there. Any normal person would be looking at it. I agree that any normal person would. But you are far from normal. Wait, what? What, do y'all want to step over here and say that? You were coming at the lake to take a picture of Gordy. Think about it. What would you do if you had a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Gordy, that's what. You wouldn't give the boat a second thought. Ugh. Order. Continue, Mr. Wright. You testified that you were watching the boat through binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch that boat. You needed them to search for Gordy. That's what you were doing. Well, now, y'all mention it. I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a bit. I mean, Gordy might be out there and all. Miss Hart, are you saying that you were not watching the boat then? Sorry, y'all. I was fibbing, really. I thought, I could be witnessing a murder and all. I got excited. I was sure I was watching the boat till now. This is totally uncalled for. But hey, you got the photograph, you got proof. Still, we can't see who's shooting who in this. Right. That's why I took the photo and... Objection. Witness, that's enough. You've had a long day. Shut your pie hole. Shut my what? What was she gonna say? She took the photo and what? Wait a second. She even had a photograph to prove it, but you really can't tell from the photo who was shooting. That's why she said she's going to enlarge the photo. She said it'll drop the quality and might, but should let us see who's who. She enlarged the photo? Why won't Volcama let us show it? I've got a hunch. If that enlarged photo shows something bad for Von Karma, this is my chance. If I'm wrong though, it'll mean prison for Edgeworth, or worse. What should I do? I think I should the enlargement. Gotta go for it. Miss Hart, look at this photograph. You enlarged this photograph, did you not? Yeah, I did. Why has that enlargement not been presented to the court? Objection! Because it does not exist. What are y'all talking about? You're the one who told me not to show it in court in the first place, you old fool! What's the meaning of this, Von Karma? Miss Hart. Show the photo to the court. Shows the enlargement. Objection! The prosecution objects to the submission of this evidence. Objection denied. The witness will show the enlargement to the court. Here it is. We still cannot see who is firing in this. It could be the defendant, or maybe it's not. Regardless, I'll accept this as evidence. The photo entered the court record. Wait, what hand is that? Happy now, Mr. Wright? There has to be something. You asked for the enlargement. You got the enlargement. Wait. And little good it did, any of us. That's his left hand. And wait, that's his left hand. And this said right hand. That's why I requested she not show it. I suppose this meant that the cross-examination is over, obviously. Then I would like to close the cross-examination of Miss Lotta Hart. None too soon. It was a flagrant waste of my time. Mr. Von Karma, do you have anything to add? I stated everything I needed to when this trial began. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. And I believe it is time for me to declare my verdict. Wait, it's not supposed to go like this. There has to be a clue in this photo somewhere. This is bad. Real bad. What should I do? Object to show other evidence. Show other evidence. Wait! Your Honor, this evidence. Objection! I believe we have spent enough time talking about evidence. Indeed. We've heard opinions on every piece of evidence but this enlargement. I see no point in retracting our steps. This is bad. Real bad. What should I do? Object to the enlargement. Your Honor, there is something decisively strange with this enlargement. What might that be? Mr. Wright, you will show the court what you mean. What about this photo is strange? Okay, here goes nothing. I'll show you the judge what's strange about this photo. Boom. Take that! Here, Your Honor. The shooter? I'm not sure I understand what about the shooter is strange. Can you be more specific? Specific, right. I'll show the judge what's strange about this photo. Take that! Here, Your Honor. The shooter? Oh, for fuck's sake. Look at the hand holding the pistol, Your Honor. There we go. The hand. The hand directly contradicts another piece of evidence. This man's left hand does what? This says left hand does what? Let me show you. I'll show you the evidence that left hand contradicts. Take that! The evidence is clear. The man in this photograph is holding that pistol in his left hand. However, the prints on the murder weapon are from Edward's right hand. Ergo, the man shooting the pistol in this photograph is not Mr. Edgeworth. Now that everyone in the courtroom is quieted down, I would like to reconvene the court of law. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You have given us definitive proof today. We now know what it was not Mr. Edgeworth who fired the pistol that night. However, this leaves us with a rather large problem. If Mr. Edgeworth didn't do it, then who shot our victim? Precisely. As we have seen, there were no other people in the lake that night. But the defendant could have shot But the defendant could have shot the victim. The victim himself. There's only one explanation remaining. The man who shot the victim was none other than the victim himself! Order! So, are you saying that the victim committed suicide? Yes, Your Honor. I can think of no other explanation. Indeed, that does seem to be the only remaining option. Objection! I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright, but suicide is out of the question. What? An examination of the victim's wound reveals the distance at which he was shot. The distance? The victim was clearly shot from further than a meter away. A meter? That's 3 feet. There is no way it could have been suicide. Order! Order! Mr. Von Karma, are you sure of the accuracy of your data? Of course, I had already considered the possibility of suicide, you can see. To report updated in the court record. I see. Very well. Allow me to state my opinion. Considering the situation, the shooter had to be the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. However, the prints on the gun reveal that the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth. This is a conundrum. Therefore, I would like to suspend the proceedings of this trial for the day. The court orders the defense and the prosecution to further investigate this matter. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. That is all. The court is adjourned. Oh, that was tough. December 26th, 15 PM, 1:15 PM, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. That was a close one. Hey, don't you have anything to say? No, I've yet to be declared innocent, right? Well, yeah, but I heard out there on that lake anyway. If he didn't commit suicide, then who? The shooter was about a meter away too. What? Don't give me that look. I did not kill him. I'm just kidding around. Look. I'm going to go check on Maya. Oh, right. What? Tell her something for me. What? Tell her to watch what she says in court. That's all. Yeah, I'm sure she'll be happy to hear you say that, Edgeworth. Jerk. I requisitioned a transcript of Lotta's entire testimony. I thought it might give me some ammunition for the trial tomorrow. Of course, she didn't see the shooter, so the only part of her testimony that stood was the bang she heard. To be continued. Yeah, boy! Well, we went through court today. That was tough. Oh, that was tough. Next time on Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, we'll carry on investigating and, try and prove Edgeworth innocent. See ya.